Ain't no family like the one I got. We stick together through thick and thin, that's real loyalty.
Welcome back, YouTube. Back with another one. We starting off with the Seahawks, the new Super Bowl champs, 2026. Is this a new dynasty or was this a fluke? You ask me, that Super Bowl was kind of trash. Okay? I was kind of distracted that whole Super Bowl. That's how I know it wasn't really hitting on nothing. They say the halftime show wasn't really hitting on nothing. And I believe them. But moral of the story, a lot of y'all just need to learn Spanish. Because if the whole halftime show is by a Spanish artist, Puerto Rican, whatnot, and you don't know how to speak the language, of course you ain't gonna like it, right? Of course it's not gonna really move you like that, right? Maybe you just need to catch the vibe, right? Go with the vibe, go with the flow. Maybe it was a visual performance to the point to where you needed to just be entertained by what you were seeing instead of what you was hearing, right? Because you can't understand it. So it's only so much of that you're going to, partake in. So let's just understand that that's that. But when it comes to the actual game, I wasn't really impressed, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I barely even tuned into it. I was preoccupied with something bigger and better. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. This Super Bowl came and went. You know what I'm saying? Life has been life. You feel me? There's so much other good things and crazy things going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like that supersedes any of this sporting type of thing. But I love sports and I love to, that's one of my biggest things that my target audience loves to hear from me is my takes on sports. But man, when I tell you, it's getting harder and harder to fully stay tuned on this the older I get, because life is lifing. So much more important things in life. You know what I mean? Focus on your family, focus on your loved ones. All this sports stuff is really a distraction. I need y'all to understand that. They're here to distract you from spirituality, from being one with self, from your health, from your family. That's what sports and all this entertainment and social media, celebrity stuff is all about. I just need y'all to know that in the very beginning of this video, okay? So moral of the story going to number 2. Matter of fact, before we skip, did the Seahawks shock the league? Is that what happened? Did the Seahawks shock anyone? Or was they the favorites like we knew going into it, right? What does this mean for the NFC? Do they got a new big dog in the NFC now going forward? Who's next in the NFL for the next power shift that's coming? Who's next? What's the next team? I'm hoping it's my Lions. Even though they've been trash my whole life. But I'm hoping it's them. Right? Super Bowl narratives versus the media favorites. They always trying to, put it this way. The narrative was Cardi B boyfriend was about to win him a chip because of Cardi B was on his side. That was a fail versus the media favorites. Like I say, Seahawks was the favorite going into the game. They even on the DraftKings, FanDuel, they was the odds favorites, right? Okay, here we go to the next topic. We're gonna say this leading to the next topic. We got while Seattle Seahawks celebrate, the rest of sports looks like chaos. And here we go. Did you guys see that Pistons versus Hornets brawl? That was something to behold, wasn't it? Young teams losing control, right or wrong. Is that what's going on? Is these young teams causing a muck? They coming into this professional organization and professional environment with that youthful YN energy? Is that what's going on? Is most of these young guys in gangs, ganging and like they not potty trained and all this and that? Is that what's going on? Because it's a lot of them that just seem like they just so close and to the streets and not far from removed from it. It's like the friend groups that they got around them. Have you been watching John Morant, Zion Williams throughout these years and following them on social media and seeing the people they like to hang with and associate with? Oh man, it's not just them, but they are the prime examples because they the best out of the youngins, basically. The only one I can see that don't really post really who he hang with like that, that's one of them young dogs, is Anthony Edwards. He don't really, we know he a wild boy though, but he don't really post himself hanging around with a bunch of wild boys like that. You feel me? Get money, drink water. But moral of the story, what I noticed, one of my biggest takes from that brawl was, like I told my mans the other night. First off, Duncan Robinson ain't want no smoke, which I understand. His secret weapon to my Detroit Pistons is his hands. Not his hands, but his I make my money off. I don't need to be messing with you. I don't need to be messing with you niggas and getting involved with all that stupidity and that ignorance. Getting my hands in the mix and mess around, break both my wrists. I don't got time for all that, man. Y'all know he fragile. Don't hold that against Duncan Robinson, Detroit. Please don't hold that against him. You know he's shooting almost 50% from the three-point line off 8 or more attempts a game. Let him be, okay? That's what you call a sniper. He not a sniper. What you know about a sniper? They do they damage from out there, right? They not supposed to be all up in the mix. No, that's not his thing. He not supposed to be mixing it up with you. His thing is, easy money. From all the way out there, 40 feet out, 30, 40 feet. That's his game. All that up close and tussling with the centers and all this and that, getting the centers up off each other and the big man. No, don't even expect that from him, okay? So, and then it's another thing. I can't even remember the dude's name for the Hornets, but the center that did thought he was a ram, that he was just going to run up on Jalen Duran's head and he wasn't going to get mushed up out of his head. What was you thinking, young blood? Was this like, who sent you? You came off like an agent. You know Jalen Duran about to go to the All-Star game. Don't you for 1 second think he about to ruin his All-Star first appearance to prove how tough he is against you. Scrawny old you, and that's coming from another skinny person. But scrawny old you thought you was about to intimidate him or make him feel like he lesser than or soft because you put your head on his head and all that weird stuff. That's weird, man. Moving on. Miles Bridges, man. Come on, man. You from Michigan. I ain't saying you soft, but you know dang on well Isaiah Stewart is the crash out and he wasn't on the court when you got to acting a fool. To the point to where you'd have made him crash out off the bench, man. All this was an agenda to destroy the Pistons. Do not play with these boys like they not willing to crash out. We got a bunch of crash outs on our team. And Stewart being the number one. Don't play with them like that, okay? Do not play. Because they will show you every time they willing to crash out about theirs. And here you go trying to play and show who you is and who you think you is and how you about to try to run around and jump on Durant as he already showing that he walking away from the situation. Here you go. Right? No, that ain't the guy. Do that with, that's why Stewart came and gave you what you was looking for. Because you looking for something. Jalen Duran showing he the bigger man. He's about to be in the All-Star game. Are y'all all hating on him? Are y'all all hating on the Pistons? So why try to provoke us? Why are y'all trying to provoke? And y'all lost. Y'all lost that night. You know that, right? Y'all had to lose that game because y'all doing too much, man. Just play the game. Show you can beat us. You can never out-tough us. Show you can beat us. You can't even beat us. Show you can beat us, man. And it's okay if you win or lose, whatever. It's okay. It's a game, man. It's a bigger picture here. But moral of the story, you got to show you can beat us. You can't be trying to do all that. That ain't going to work with us, man. It's not going to work. Even when we lose some of our best players, we still win because we still got Cade and Paul Reed and Tobias and all them other cats. Duncan Robinson, we ready for war. We can lose a couple, casualties of war. We can lose a couple of those guys and still pull off the war and upset, or whatever you want to call it. Pistons are here to stay, man. Y'all keep trying to make us lose our players, man. Y'all, that's police activity. Stop being police, man. Stop acting like that, man. Y'all wasn't gonna mess with us, man. That's why y'all lost either way. Y'all can't mess with these boys, man. They on a whole nother level. The Pistons is different right now. You just gotta accept it. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. Y'all thinking, listen, even if these players not from Detroit, they represent Detroit and they embody Detroit. This is how to feel if you played against some Detroit people in general at the park or whatever. This is how to be a team full of Detroit people. They riding for theirs. They coming with all that. The game and the hands. What do you want? You want it all? Okay, we can do that. What else I got to take from that, man? I feel like I done covered it all, man. Miles Bridges ain't really want no smoke. Duncan Robinson ain't want no smoke because his smoke is, he a sniper, right? Jalen Duran ain't want no smoke because he trying to go to the All-Star game this weekend, right? That's a thing. The All-Star game is popping off this weekend. I don't know if you know that. I'm about to add that with this topic. That's entertaining. That's something to look forward to. We got Cade Cunningham, who ain't want no smoke either because he about to be there. All right? So we got something to look forward to on the Pistons. What do you niggas got? Do y'all got any All-Stars on y'all team? No. So stop. Stop trying to provoke us, man. That's not cool, man. It's police activity. That's Karen activity. Y'all know this is filmed amongst all these hundreds of thousands of people is watching this. Stop it. You're not tough. It's going to get broken up, right? You knew that guy that wanted to fight back in school because he knew the teacher was going to break it up, right? But when the school over with, what he want? He want to go home. He want to hop right in that car with his parents. Exactly. Because the real war starts after school, after all the lights is off and the cameras is off. If you really want war, you're going to wait until you get in that locker room or whatever have you, and you find each other then. You don't do that in the midst of the game when you know it's going to get stopped. Police activity. Now the Pistons got people on the team that's suspended and all this and that now. It's not cool, man. It's not cool how y'all doing that to us. All right. What sparked it? That's the question I got to ask y'all. What sparked it? What you think? I think what sparked it is they realized we can't beat these dudes unless we do this. And y'all still lost. Because think about it. You got LaMelo. LaMelo ain't the tough guy. Let's just be real. He real laughy, jokey. He be smiling and he be having his shirt all up like a halter top, right? LaMelo not the tough guy, right? Who else? You got Constantinople. He not the tough guy, right? Miles Bridges, not the tough guy, but he's clearly y'all toughest guy, right? I'm just putting it all in perspective. So in y'all mind, y'all feel like y'all gotta try to antagonize and try to match our aggression, but that's impossible. We got real, live juggernauts. Jalen Duran is a juggernaut, right? Built like LeBron James or one of them niggas, right? Megatron and LeBron had it. You know what I mean? That's they little brother, right? What else? Then we got Isaiah Stewart, man. Come on, man. You know what time it is we got him. Just stop. Okay. Is the NBA becoming more emotional past trade deadline? After the trade deadline happened, is the emotions flaring amongst the league? That's deep to even think about because, yeah, a lot of these people just they trying to show how much they happy to be where they at or they wish they would have got traded. It's one or the other. You either happy that you where you at or you wish you would have got traded. So yes, emotions are definitely flaring. It's just what it is. Are rebuilding teams playing with desperation? I think so, man, because they realizing, hey, man, it's enough of this playing around, man. They will get rid of us. Yeah, it's as much as it's a lot of rigged activity going on in the NBA, allegedly, in all sports, allegedly. Ultimately, these people's careers are still on the line now. You get what I'm trying to say? So and this is their home we talking about. People want to live in these places. You know what I mean? They done built houses and built families here and moved their families there. So they don't really want to leave or, get traded away because they underperforming or overperforming. And that's where the rig stuff come in, allegedly. Because if you overperform sometimes, hey man, let's see if we can get LeBron for you, right? Does the league secretly like drama? That's a good one too. I think so. I think the league secretly like drama because it's obvious. The ratings will go through the roof, and the ratings have went through the roof since these situations happened, right? Like, let's just be real. Like I said before, life is life, and nobody's caring about. We're becoming more woke. You see this right here? This is my pineal gland. It is why, you know what I mean? It's like you can almost see it, right? It's there, clear as day. So, moral of the story, we are getting woke, man. We are wide awake, and we are watching all this stuff from a different point of view. We worrying about what's more important to us in life, which is our health, spending time with family. So they got to do wild stuff to try to get us back distracted. That's really what it all comes down to. Like I told you, most of this stuff is to cause distraction and division. They know what gets us going, right? They know what grinds our gears every time. They know it. They know what's gonna get us running. It's the dopamine. It's you know what I mean? Like, it's provocative. It's get the people going. You know what I'm talking about? All right, man. What about all these NBA trades that's been going on? Who won the deadline overall? Do you know? Who won? Off the top of the head, who won? Who won, man? I'm really thinking on this one. I know the Lakers won. They won with Luke. You got rid of Gabe Vincent for Luke. That's a win. All right. Luke Kennard, that's a win, man. We got a knockdown shooter that can make plays, man. And he's not gonna over dribble. And he's a white boy, meaning he's gonna get the benefit of the doubt from the referees. We need as many of them as possible he has high IQ. He's going to bring that to the team. He's not going to do anything unnecessarily. He's going to play his part. He has LeBron James, Luka, Austin Reeves on his team, so he can defer to them to get him the ball. He don't got to feel like he got to do too much at all, right? Are the contenders loading up? The contenders are loading up, man. Let me explain why. Because they realizing it's about everybody's getting stronger, man. So you gotta strengthen your bench. You gotta strengthen your whole unit. It's not just about the big three, big two, and all this no more. Having a superstar. It's about putting a whole system together, putting a whole 15, 12-man roster together that's gonna be able to, make some plays and make an impact when they come in the game. What else? Teams positioning for Giannis. Yeah, teams. They say Draymond say basically they was about to trade him and a couple other people for Giannis. I don't know, man. I don't know if he should have said that, man, because they was supposed to pull that trigger. They might have was supposed to pull that trigger. Giannis and Steph would have been different to watch, but I'm glad it didn't happen because Steph got Durant back in the day, and he wasn't supposed to ever get that, and that led to them basically having multiple seasons where they barely lost one game, right? So this is what you call the basketball curse, the NBA curse. They had to lose Clay, they had to lose KD. It's just what it is, man. You don't get Giannis after all that, man. You just don't. That ain't how this works. Now, if you'd have stayed down this long and this opportunity came up, yeah, you could have pulled the trigger on Giannis. But the fact that y'all already pulled the trigger on KD and KD left y'all high and dry, you can't just go get Giannis like that, man, and leave Draymond. It just don't work, man. It don't work like that. Who mortgaged their future? Who left it all on the table, man? All I know is I'm happy. I don't know what that they talking about, but I'm happy. Speaking of Golden State, that your boy is out of the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga, because they was playing with him, boy. It was ridiculous. It was hard to watch. Is the league wide open? The league is wide open as it ever been right now because everybody's good. Everybody's paying for training. You know? So that's just what it is, right? What else? Some teams are building championships and others are buying hope. Yeah, you just buying hope, man. You just adding stuff, man. Like the Pistons, for instance. Us getting my mans, that was a good pickup, the shooter, right? But us getting rid of Jaden Ivey, who was potentially the best player on the team, that could potentially hurt down the line if he takes off in Chicago. We're gonna be hurt. No, I see why we got rid of him. Because the injuries and all this and that, man. Hey, man, addition by subtraction. We got to get rid of this guy who we counting on too much and add somebody who's actually going to be reliable. It's that simple. The Corey Holcomb allegations are heating up, boy. Is this a reputation warfare? Are they literally trying to single-handedly destroy Corey's reputation by using his own words, man? They got PDO allegations circulating online about my mans. All off stuff he done said from years ago that they done dug up. Joking, he's a comedian, even though you don't joke like this, but if you pull up old clips of a lot of comedians and put it in this sensitive era that we living in now, it's gonna look even worse. They might get canceled. The same reason why people was getting canceled off pulling up old tweets and this and that. Right? I rest my case, man. They putting together old clips, man, without giving it the full context of what's going on, what's being said. We can't take everybody's word for stuff, man, because what are your intentions, man? What caused you to look up all this stuff in the first place? Is it to distract us from what's going on with the Epstein files? I'll talk about that later. But what's going on that got y'all just feeling like, let's bring it up now. Let's put all these clips together now. The whole industry, the whole world is evil for the most part. And it's a lot of human traffic and stuff going on, and they just need to understand that a lot of this stuff is to deter us from what's really going on with the higher ups. Corey is not a higher up, so whatever he doing on this level, shame on him if he doing anything bad. But moral of the story, what is the higher ups doing? Let's start there. That's all I gotta say. Internet trials versus real investigators. Who doing the most work? Is it the people on the internet or is it the investigators? You gotta leave some work for the people that's actually getting paid the big bucks to do it. Yeah, y'all might be getting paid a little something, but them investigators is dependent on this. Literally. We can talk about anything on the internet and try to get paid, right? That's just what it is. How quickly narratives destroy careers. Man, it don't take long for a narrative to destroy a career, man. Good thing Corey still got a couple good people out there. He talking about something. Listen, I was looking forward to seeing Corey live in Detroit. Now, I don't know if they gonna, I don't know if he gonna be able to do a show here. It's just wild, man. In today's culture, an accusation can end everything before facts even show up. People need to keep it balanced. Don't validate or dismiss. Examine the patterns. Connect the dots as well. Cat Williams did another viral interview on Big Boy TV, man, exposing the industry again, man, in his own little whispery way. He's so funny, man. That was a nice little approach opposed to what he did on Club Shay Shay. It was like the total opposite, man. Club Shay Shay, he was yelling, he was jumping up out of his seat, he was all animated like we used to him being on the Big Boy TV. He literally was whispering. He was, yes. He was doing a lot of that, right? He spoke on gatekeepers, blackballing, industry manipulation, pattern between what he exposed before versus now. He connecting the dots. You see the difference? Like, ain't really much changed. Every time someone talks about the machine, chaos follows. Just know that. And that go back to what I said about Corey. When you talk about what's going on in these industries or whatever, chaos is gonna follow, man. It's simple. And I feel bad for people not being able to tell their truth, but if they read over their contract, they'll know. Geechee Gotti arrested, allegedly. 3,000 opioid pills, man. Battle rap culture taking another loss. Fame plus street ties. How it's so hard to balance the two. Because ultimately, you got these people depending on you in the streets to still do your street stuff, but at the same time, you don't need it because you're famous. So it's just tough, man. But they gonna put that pressure on you, man. I'm just hoping he ain't get caught up on he don't get caught up on no snitching allegations or nothing like that, or because somebody, the way they got caught, man, somebody knows something, somebody said something, because they've been getting watched for 7 days. Somebody gave the drop. That's just what it is, man. We gotta just call it what it is. I seen the Easy to Block Captain blog. He was talking about it, and he was alluding to it, but he ain't want to just put nobody out there like that, man, without no paperwork. Is success hard to transition out of? Yeah, man, let me explain something to you. I'd rather be rich than famous. Rich than famous, right? Well, people out here all famous out, man. Everybody know who they is, how they look, but don't got a pot to piss in, man. It's not a great feeling, right? So, moral of the story, you got to get your life in order before you let that fame really sink in on you like that. That's why I like what King Peel doing, for real. Because if he get knocked out this fight weekend, that'd be crazy. They fighting this Thursday, King Peel and old boy, man. They look it up. They fight. But moral of the story, transition from exposure to consequences, man. Like I say, man, people don't know how to be in that limelight and live regular. It's just that simple. We got Glorilla's sister exposing family drama. All she needed was $2,500. This could have all went away. Come on, Glorilla. This could have all went away with $2,500. Now she about to damn to be richer than you, Glorilla. If she don't sign a 360 deal, she could potentially be richer than you one day. See how that all works? Now y'all both get to work for the devil. Now y'all both get the profit off, you know what I'm saying, the evil, wicked ways of the world. Yours is your way, the music industry, and hers is selling her soul, exposing family, all right? Either way, it leads to the same bag. Hers might be a little bit more, 6, 7. Fame changes everything. Fame changes family expectations. They feel, like you owe them. They feel like entitled. You get what I'm trying to say? They feel like they were sleeping on that floor with the rats and roaches with you. Like, how you gonna say I ain't earned it, right? That's how they feel. Entitlement versus support. I feel like Skinbone did the best interview with her because he gave some pushback. He said, "Man, would you be hoping would you be hoping, you know what I'm saying, that I could have got you up out of there, if, you know?" And listen, let me explain something to you. You can't ask her right now because she acting like a man. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when I was doing certain stuff like this, and I was putting stuff together. Listen, ultimately, you need as much help as possible, man. You can't cut off nobody, man. When she was on her rise, I'm pretty sure all them 10 siblings helped her rise, right? So you can't just act like they wasn't there with you when you was on. I'm pretty sure they helped you along with all the rest of the world stream that song, every song. Should celebrities fund relatives forever? Hell no. Let me explain why. Because they barely get money. It's all a facade. It's all a look. Most of this stuff is ran by bots and you know, and ran by the managers and all this and that. They don't even really got full access to nothing. Not even they self. Right? When private issues go live, exactly, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your family out of the public as much as possible. It's just what it is. Even though, you know, she did what she was gonna do, what she wanted to do no matter what. If you blow up, are you responsible for everybody? In a sense, in the black community, that's what happens. That's why we almost are guaranteed to destroy our own kind, because it's a crab in a barrel mentality, man. Even it could be your own family member. You're going to try to destroy them if they get to the top and you don't feel like they doing what they supposed to be doing for you. It's that simple. Epstein files and prison deaths conspiracy. They saying he ain't really do it. They saying it was a hit put on him. Because the interview I seen, he was acting like he almost enjoyed jail. Like, yeah, man, it was deep, man. Normally, I don't know who to call, but now I know there's only so many people I can call. It was, hold on, what? Man, listen. Why this case won't die? Because they got all them people up in them files, man. All these famous people. Missing footage questions. You know, trying to see more? That was enough. We don't need to see no more. Powerful names was in them lists. For sure. Not NBA. Jay-Z, he done lost all the freaking followers. He done lost a bunch of followers, man. Beyonce got about 400 million. He got 1 million now, last time I checked. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Why some stories feel unfinished. Don't claim conclusions, just examine why people still question it. That's what we should be doing. All right, we got a couple more for y'all. Intimacy before marriage. I'm a little torn, right? Because on one side, I say the godly thing to do is to wait until you find your wife and everything's going to be even better. Sex is going to be better. Everything's going to be better. Intimacy, foreplay, everything's going to be better when you with the woman that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Opposed to you just out here sharing your body with everybody who don't even really care. You know what I mean? Don't care about you or nothing. Discipline versus desires. You have to be disciplined to have a wife. You have to be disciplined to truly desire anything other than yourself and what you're trying to build. Get you some discipline and find love for yourself. It's that simple. Find love for yourself through discipline. Spiritual standards versus modern dating. Gotta have some sense of standards, man. You got to. The modern dating world is handout, right? They got their handout. We in the exchange capital. We in You know, everybody trying to exchange something for something. It's just what it is, man. It's like, it's crazy. So ultimately, gotta hold on to yourself, ladies. Gotta hold on to yourself, fellas, because ultimately the relationship can turn toxic based off y'all having these premarital, you know, sex type stuff, because ultimately you're not gonna trust this person like you should or would if y'all had waited till y'all got married. And that's very important. Without trust, you have nothing. Okay, spiritual standards versus minor standards. Let me just explain that too, man. Like literally, you gotta wait. You gotta have some type of decorum about yourself and understand that it's gonna be there on the other side. You just gotta be disciplined enough to wait. And if you wasn't disciplined enough to wait, you realize why it's so hard to wait, because you never waited. You couldn't wait to get it off, right? Is waiting a strength or unrealistic? Waiting is a strength, man. You get to show your self-control, man. Ain't nothing more appealing to a woman than a dude who can control himself, for real. Like, that's just what it is, man. Who can lead himself. Leading is leading your sexual desires as well. You got to be able to lead and be, you know. Can you love someone without crossing lines? Can you really be I'm gonna reword this question. Can you be attracted to somebody without feeling like you want to cross the lines? I'm gonna say, as a man, hell no, right? But you also could be, in the answer to the other question, can you love someone and then not get without crossing the line and not get physical? And that go back to what I said. Are we not together? That's my point. So moral of the story, are you attracted to this person? If you're attracted to this person, 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to cross the line. But us as men, we've been put in the friend zone for the most part. It's rare that we put a woman in the friend zone unless we literally not attracted to her. A woman will mess with an ugly dude any day of the week. Yeah, man, he get all the best. But moral of the story, you know, and that's because no woman wants to be looked at like you love yourself more than her. Hold on. Can you make it relatable? This makes you relatable and not just a commentator, my bad. Can men be platonic friends with women they're attracted to? See, this go back to what I was saying. This will explode. Yeah, that's how they feel. This will explode if you don't come over here and get it done. Emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries is number one. You gotta have emotional boundaries. Gotta establish what the do's and don'ts in your relationship, what you can and can't tolerate. And that way you can understand if this is the person for you. You gotta communicate and really get out there what you want out of life. You gotta let the partner know, or else he gonna cross the line every time, or she gonna cross the line. Sexual tension reality, right? There's so much tension in this reality, man. There's so many triggers that can get the tension and hormones jumping off the wall, right? So just try to remove triggers at all costs. An attraction is attraction manageable? When you're attracted to somebody, can you manage your attraction? Can you turn, oh yeah, this look like the one. Oh shoot, I want to take her down through there. Oh shoot, woo. Can you manage this? That's really important to know you can manage putting a woman in a friend zone. Can you manage that? Is it maturity or is it self-deception? Is it maturity or is it self-deception? Because are you lying to yourself or are you actually mature? The heck? We got a couple questions for y'all, chat. Are the Seahawks starting a dynasty? That's one of my questions for y'all, right? Are allegations becoming weapons in Hollywood, in the industry, and anywhere, sports? Was Cat right again? Man, all that stuff Cat said started to come true, man, and it's still coming true. The truth is coming into power, man. A lot of these people ain't gonna be able to sleep good at night. Does fame ruin families? Does fame ruin families? I would say yes, because ultimately, you got sisters and brothers like this who feel like if you're not going out your way, throwing money at them is F you. When whole time, most of the time, we had to get it out on our own anyway. So we all can relate to getting it on our own, man. But ultimately, your family is the ones who you're supposed to be able to lean on no matter what, right? We got to find a way to make that a thing to where we actually can implement something. They need to come with a business plan. Come with a business plan. Come with some goals, something other than just trying to be the next big Meech, right? You have to come with something a little bit more concrete, something that's we can see growing together and build with, right? Can't think just because you know somebody who's wealthy that you're gonna just get wealthy overnight because they're wealthy. Don't work like that, man. It's taxes that needs to be paid. It's so much that come with money, and until you truly learn how to, first off, you gotta learn how to have some skills. You gotta learn how to be of assistance. A wise man told me, make yourself useful. If you're not useful, you're useless. If I can't use you, what you around for, right? Can men really be just friends with women they're attracted to? That's a question for y'all. Is waiting until marriage outdated? It's another question for y'all, man. A lot of people acting like they don't want to wait for marriage no more. I want to hear what y'all got to think about that, man. We living in that society to where they hope a lot of women just cool with being a baby mama to a rich baller. That's the new goal for women. If I could just be the next Nick Cannon baby mama. If I could just get Future pregnant. If I could just get pregnant by Future. If I could just get one of these NBA players to just throw me $1 million and say, forget me. That's the world we living in. I don't know what y'all want me to say, man. All right, man, it's been a good one, man. Love talking to y'all, man. Hey, man, if y'all stayed to this end of this video, man, trust me, I see y'all enjoyed it. But hit a like, share the video, comment below to some of these questions I just listed off to you. And hype the video up. This is the ways you can show me that you really stayed to the end and how much you like the video, and to get me in the algorithm to where other people can tune in to the video, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'll be here for some more topics. I like to let the topics build up so it can flow smooth. You know what I'm saying? See how it be flowing smooth? And I'm out, y'all. I'm out.